would
job
you
to
look
do.
who's here? Looks like it's going to be a day to remember. Guys, look who the sea washed up.
Ahoy there, traveler. So Captain really did invite you to join the homecoming celebration.
How am I already 2 hearts down and I have just arrived?
Hey, I heard that you took care of another crisis while you were in Inazuma. Are the rumors true?
That's what I heard too. Thanks to you, Inazuma's Vision Hunt decree was finally put to an end. Well done, traveler.
And at the end of it all, no
Captain's got
information
quite the eye for
about
people.
my sister.
She said she was sure that your trip
Yay.
to Inazuma would stir up some waves. And sure enough,
I just wanted to chat.
Look at you being so modest. We all know what you did to protect Liyue Harbor.
I've heard that they tell stories about you in Mondstadt too. The honorary knight.
What did I do in
Pretty
the way again?
impressive.
Oh yeah, I dropped the
I'd say
building on
someone
an
of your
ice
caliber
on
would be
a
right at home in the cracks.
on
Right,
a
sailors?
water monster.
That's right. Wow, I'm getting excited just thinking of being the traveler's crewmate. Hey, what do you say we arm wrestle?
All right, getting
I
physical.
was worried you'd be too busy to show up.
Yay,
Oh,
Beidou.
Captain on deck.
Beidou.
Captain, we were just trying to talk the traveler into joining the crew.
Beidou.
Yeah, come on, Captain Beidou. Surely
Beidou.
you've got a way to get the traveler on board.
He's on board
Beidou.
right now for the celebration, isn't he?
Yeah, but just one celebration together is not enough. You know what we mean, Captain.
All right, I get it now. There is something special about you, traveler. You earned everyone's respect, myself included. So it goes without saying that the Crux would be honored to have a crew member such as yourself.
No doubt about that.
Speaking of Inazuma, I think your good luck must have rubbed off on me on the way over. I made an interesting find on the beach shortly after we parted ways.
Oh,
Let's talk about it over there, where it's a little quieter.
over where on this ship that has no private space because it is a pirate ship? I want it to be on
So
the
after
ledge.
we dropped you off in Rito, we found a shipwreck nearby. Probably belonged to Inazuman pirates. We searched the wreckage and found a map. At first, I thought it was a nautical chart. I was thinking we might discover a new sailing route if we were lucky. But after a closer look, I realized it wasn't a map of the sea at all. It was a Liyue treasure map, and no ordinary one at that.
There's an evil chi active in what?
Nothing like that. I just mean that the map was a mess. So it was the most I could do to figure out that the treasure was probably in Liyue.
Travel, I don't even know. Why was that an option? It made no
As for
sense.
its exact location, I have no idea. I'd say I've explored Liyue pretty extensively, but still, this one managed to beat me. So, I thought of you. Nobody can
Oh.
beat you when it comes to treasure hunting on land, right?
Don't take into consideration my leeway is not 100% traveled, but we will not take that into
Is
consideration.
that right? Well then, it looks like I'm
Sorry
in
for
good
that.
hands. Here's the map. See what you can make of it.
I can make a paper.
So, where do you think it is?
Looks like a hilly churl face. Yeah, no, I have no idea what's going on. I mean,
Holy plains.
that one.
Huh, I never would have gotten that. How can you tell?
I can't, but hey, compared against regular map typograph, let's just call it intuition.
Okay then. So you
I
do live
guess,
up to the
but
hype.
intuition
I
nonetheless.
can't believe you noticed that. You sure have an eye for detail.
Oh no.
Let's head over there and take a look. I'll need you to help me zero in on the specific location once we're there. It should be around here, right?
Guess it's as good as mine.
Who are they?
Dead people.
It's a bunch of treasure hoarders. I guess the treasure's for real then. There are quite a few of them. If things go south and fists start flying, stay behind me. I'm more than a match
Excuse
for these
you.
amateurs.
I have fought in. Yes, I have fought in a god. South the treasure. Oh, stay. Nope.
Keep digging, boys. Once we have our hands on the treasure, everyone gets a
Golden
share.
alligator.
You can all hold it right there.
Huh?
Yay.
Who's that barking orders? Do you know who you're up against here? Keep going if you got a death wish. What the? It's Captain Beidou. Run, boys, run!
Nobody move.
I wouldn't move if I were you, golden
Captain Beidou,
alligator.
Lord of the Ocean. This is all my fault. I didn't know who I was up against. I don't have a death wish. I swear.
That's a dumbass
I
name.
got a big mouth is all. It's always saying things it shouldn't. I swear I'll wash it out with soap the moment I get back. Please, have mercy. Will you spare us?
Oh, is he from the ship? Then he left.
Well, spare them, at least. These guys are just trying to put food in their mouths. They'd never hurt a soul. If you need to take anyone, take me. Please, let them go.
No, take me. Why? I
It was
think
me
we're
that
talking about
disrespected
two
you.
different
They
things.
never did and never would.
Is that right? Fine. Seems like you've got a heart in there somewhere, seeing how you treat your crew. I'll let you off the hook this time. Get out of here!
Thank you, Captain Beidou. Thank you.
Wait.
You.
Yes?
Mm.
What else might the merciful and mighty Beidou require?
This treasure's still up for grabs. The Crux fleet honors the rule of first come, first served. You found it first, so name your price. I can't have any rumors going around about Captain Beidou stealing other people's treasure, can I?
Captain Beidou, we wouldn't dare take more from you. Take the treasure as an apology for my foolish words. Please, take it. Please.
Oh? Well, if you insist. I accept your kind offer, and I'll make you one in return. You don't seem like terrible folks, so let me help you get onto the right track. If you want to mend your ways and put all this behind you, the Crux can probably arrange some odd jobs in the port for you. It'd be humble work, but at least it'd get you on your feet and making an honest living. A much better deal than what you've got going now, if you ask me.
Wow, thank you, Captain Beidou. On behalf of me and all my boys.
Captain Beidou, such a nice person. I've already read the entire story. I knew she was nice, but this is a new side we don't get to see.
Nope, not here either.
To be
Now that
expected.
we've searched all the places of interest in this area and come up with nothing, you got any ideas?
We've searched 2 areas, but
It's
Captain Beidou! Captain Beidou!
he's back
Huh? Hey,
again.
what brings you back here?
Captain Beidou! Actually, we've just been wandering around nearby. We didn't go far, because we were thinking about what you said and... Well, me and the boys decided we're ready to move away from all of this and get on the straight and narrow.
Oh? Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely sure.
Wow, that's
Okay
convenient.
then. But I'll warn you right now, you won't have it easy. It might just be menial work in the port, but in the eyes of the general public, you'll be associates of the Crux. So there'll be a grueling test you have to go through before you can start.
I understand. Truth be told, Captain, it's only because it's you, the mighty and honorable Captain Beidou. If it had been anyone else, I don't think I'd have listened. And since you made us this kind offer, I'd like to ask, if I might be so bold, is there any hope at all for us to become full members of the Crux in the future? Even the tiniest shred of hope?
No, move on.
Well, there's no
I'm
place
joking.
in the Crux for delusions of grandeur, that's for sure.
Oh, I thought she was
But
actually saying no.
Then again, everybody has to start somewhere. So, it comes down to you. If you manage to impress me and earn the respect of my crew, then yeah, nothing's impossible.
Yay.
Thank you, Captain Beidou. Thank you 1,000 times over. I couldn't help but notice you were searching for something else. It still hasn't turned up?
Why? Do you have any clues?
We heard about 2 treasures, both in Guili Plains. We were still looking for the first one when you found us. So maybe the other one might be what you're looking for. Not too far from here, but
Where
I'm
is it?
just not sure of the exact location. All
Probably
the info we got about
Chingsei
this
Village.
treasure came from the black market. The answer's hidden inside a poem which goes like this.
Oh no, poetry.
Drunkenly I gazed at the ruins long forsaken, and lay beneath
Sorry
red leaves whose
about
branches cast a
that.
crooked shade. The dusk
Someone's
sun
going
shone
mad
upon
out
the
there with
sea
the
as I
car.
awakened, but Guyon stood twixt weary eyes and the sight of home they crave. As for the ruins long forsaken part, I do know of some ruins near here. But beyond that line, I don't... I'm just not smart enough.
So a treasure clue hidden in a poem, huh? Don't worry, we got this. See my friend here? If they taught treasure hunting as an art form, you'd probably be calling him Grandmaster. This kind of thing's a piece of cake for him.
Oh no.
Am I right?
Yeah, let's go to the site first.
Okay then. Let's start by heading to the site and surveying the scene. Maybe we'll find some other clues over there.
Okay, come on, boys. You heard the captain. Lead the way.
It's gonna be.
Long forsaken ruins from the poem. Apparently they were once full of treasure. But judging by the state of them now, it's probably long gone.
It seems that we need to dig deeper into this poem. Drunkenly, I gazed at the ruins long forsaken, and lay beneath red leaves whose branches cast a crooked shade. The dusk sun shone upon the sea as I awakened, but Guyon stood twixt weary eyes and the sight of home they crave. Do you have any ideas? Somewhere you can see the ruins from. So somewhere not too far from here?
Yeah.
And maybe the shadow cast by the tree is supposed to hint at something.
Oh, I got it. This guy fell asleep and woke up just before sunset.
Dusk and the shadow of a red-leaved tree. I think we can work with that. Let's take a look around. I think we're getting close.
Back to the.
Found it! At long last, the treasure is finally in our hands.
I found
a
it.
check from the Northland Bank. You really came through. We found the spot in no time. Without your help, I don't think I ever would have gotten my hands on it. To us,
Yes.
this is just a check that you can exchange at Northland Bank for some mora. But to some people, it's of huge importance. When I found the treasure map, it was tightly sealed inside a small bottle along with a letter. I'll let you read it for yourself.
How did you open the bottle, read, and do all of this when we just found it? If you find this bottle, it may only be.
Finished?
Alright. Lost will of a
Yeah.
faithful son.
I can't fault him for what he did, but the way things turned out, all I can say is life is unpredictable.
And now we're stealing his will.
Let's fulfill his final wish by taking this check to where it belongs.
And stealing the money. Like good pirates. This is something pirates would do. We are pirate. Where are we? What is? Alright, I'll be. Well,
this is it. Oh, boys, it's time for your first job. Give this check to the old lady who lives in that wooden hut. Tell her it's a welfare payment from the Liu Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yes, boss.
It's so funny, you can hear like how, like it's a normal sentence, and then when they say Liu, they have to stop, get the not accent, get the pronunciation. They'll go like, you give this to the lady from Liu, like they have to accentuate the voice. I don't know, it's just something
What's
I've
up?
realized. Sakura blooms that I picked up in a zoom. I want to keep them too. Aw,
I see.
traveler.
But you only find sakura blooms in certain places, right? It must have been quite a bit of work collecting all these. surely.
Nope, they're all about
Let's just
Inazuma.
pick one, huh? One's enough to show that you care. You've already helped me out so much today.
On
Okay, off you go then. Take her the sakura bloom along with the check. And if she asks, tell her, your child in a faraway land sends his best wishes.
She can see you from here. Aw, that's cute. As the sakura from one's homeland sink in sakura's as the sakura from one's homeland sink into the sea, so too the wandering son's thoughts are delivered to his mother.
When the sun's out, bathe in sun. sunlight.
I love this picture.
But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
There is no moon out. Moonlight, my, yeah.
So,
Chingse
Chingse
village.
Village. I don't see the resemblance at all. How'd you come to that? Oh, I'm deaf. You're coming with.
What? Yes. No, wait.
Ah, Beidou! Wow, and the traveler! My goodness, what's the occasion? Just here to visit us old folks once again? It hasn't been all that long since we last had a visit from the Crux. But I'm glad you picked today. You're just the people I need. These two young rascals. They've been arguing with each other non-stop about some petty nonsense or other. I'm too old to get through to them. They won't listen to me. Please, talk some sense into them.
But I
Rest
don't
assured,
have
Granny
change.
Washing, whatever the situation is, the traveler and I will take care of it.
What was that pronunciation that I'm not gonna attempt? Because
Oh, thank goodness. It's Captain Beidou. You couldn't have come at a better time. You're the voice of reason I need in this situation.
oh no.
Captain, please. Help me get justice.
Whoa, hey. What exactly is going on here? Spit it out. Tell me everything.
It makes me mad just talking about it. G here, I don't know if he's got a screw loose or what his problem is. But anyway, he took it upon himself to raise, well, practically a whole army of finches, okay? And now guess what? They fly onto my land and completely destroy at least half of my crops.
Dick move,
I
buddy.
asked him to pay compensation, but he refused. Now how is that fair?
Captain, I'm innocent. They're not even my finches. I just thought they looked kind of cute, you know, so I fed them a couple of times. They're wild birds, though.
A couple times? Are you kidding me? That's rich. Really rich. There were 2 of them when you first started. 2 finches. Now you have a whole roof full of finch nests. Every time I come by your place, I think I'm at a bird market. I'm telling you, you are not gonna get away with this anymore.
So, yeah, I mean, they laid a few eggs, made a few nests, but finches gonna finch, you know. These are wild birds. I mean, they'll do whatever they please.
I'm gonna work that into my sentences from now on. Finches got a finch. Doesn't matter if, it doesn't even matter if I'm talking about finches. When I say gotta do what they gotta do, finches got a finch, man.
So that's how it is. I think I got the picture. What's your take?
It's G's
you have a
fault.
point.
Yep.
Gee, let's say I'm interested in buying these finches off you. What would you say to that?
Are you serious, Captain? Oh, that would be great. Honestly, with all this trouble they've been causing me lately, they've become a bit of a burden. So if you're happy to take them off my hands, that would be perfect.
So they were on your hands to begin with, which means they were your finches. You did it on purpose.
All
There we
right,
go.
deal.
Jail.
My only condition
Wow.
is you have to use some of the money to compensate Wen Jing for her losses.
Yes, use all of the money.
Oh, come on. But I never raised them, did I?
Well,
Just
you tell me. You took my deal, that means you admitted to being the owner,
Exactly.
doesn't it? Otherwise, what gives you the right to sell them to me?
me and Beidou's on the same brainwaves.
Beidou's right. If you didn't raise them, what makes you think you can go taking her money for them, huh?
Well...
Don't worry. My offer includes plenty left over for you after deducting the compensation. This way, you get something back for looking after them.
Okay then. Okay. I'll pay the compensation.
I hope you two are very grateful indeed to Beidou. I dare say no one else will be quite so accommodating toward the people of our village.
Granny Zhuoshin, as you know, many of the boys from your fine village do sterling work for the Crux.
But
Wouldn't be what
anyway.
it is today without them. So please think nothing of it. Gee, Wenjing, I guess you're free to go.
Captain Beidou. Captain
Oh
Beidou,
no,
you're here.
another one.
Pops Ching! It's been a long time. Have you been?
Don't get me started. I've been having some real trouble with that neighbor of mine, Jen. We keep having the same argument, and it just goes nowhere. I heard you were in the village, so I rushed over to seek your help.
How?
What's the issue?
How?
Come with me. You'll see. Let's go find Jen and clear this whole thing up, face to face.
You're here.
No, she's there.
I heard that you and
Funny
Pops Ching had a little
joke.
misunderstanding. So, what's up? Tell me about it.
Jen planted a tree on his property a few years back. I had no issue with it at the time. It's just a tree. But a few years on, it's grown taller than the roof of my house.
He's gonna complain that the tree has been either dropping leaves on his property or causing damage to his house. Then they're gonna say that someone has to take care of the leaves or cut the tree. And we're gonna have to say the guy doesn't have to cut the tree.
Every
That's
morning when I
prediction.
get up and open the window, I just want to feel the sun on my face. But I'm greeted instead by the looming shadow of my neighbor's tree. It really affects my mood.
You're gonna have to cut it down.
I asked Jen to cut it down so I could get some sunlight back on my property. But he said no. It's like he's done this on purpose just to drive me crazy.
Captain Beidou, you gotta believe me. I didn't intend to block the sunlight, but there's nothing I can do about it now. It's not just any old tree, you see. That tree was planted there by my late father. Planted it, he passed away. And just before he passed, he left me with some parting words. He said our family's fortune was inauspicious and we needed something to suppress the bad luck.
Sorry.
That's what he planted the tree for. How can I just chop it down?
With an axe.
I'll be honest, I spent a few years studying in Liyue Harbor, so I don't actually share his superstitious beliefs. But still, that doesn't change the fact that this was my father's dying wish.
Okay, I think I'm all clear on the situation. What are you thinking?
Oh gosh. Whose side am I gonna pick? I think
I was
Ren.
thinking along the same lines as you.
You would have said the same thing if
Look,
I chose the
Pops,
pot.
I'm not trying to make excuses for Jen, but just try putting yourself in his shoes for a moment. Jen's desire to protect his tree isn't for money or because he wants to hurt anyone, or for the sake of any superstition. He just wants to honor his father's dying wish. Pops, you have kids too, right?
Yeah. When you put it like that.
Pops, if you can agree to it, I'll have a word with Granny Zhuoshin and see about getting you some money from the relief fund as compensation for having your sunlight blocked.
Sure.
As for the tree,
That sounds good to me. Whatever you think, Captain Beidou. The tree can stay. Some
Yeah.
compensation would make me feel much better about the whole thing.
Thank you, Captain Beidou. And thank you for understanding Pop's Xing. I'll make sure to trim it back when I get home to let some more light through. It'll be such a relief not to have to worry about this anymore.
We could have just done that from the
Separate
beginning.
note, I remember the Crux last visited the village not very long ago.
Good
Is
lord.
there some special reason why you're back in person so soon?
nothing all that special, just personal reasons. I'm looking for some treasure.
Huh? Treasure? Wait a second. That reminds me, I saw Chongping and Defu arguing in the fields earlier. It sounded like they were both trying to lay claim to some treasure. I don't know if it's related to the one you're looking for, but anyway, they're probably still there now.
Really? Okay, well, you and Pops Ching can go about your business now. I'll go see what the situation is.
Hey, hi, treasure's mine. Can you leave? Thank you.
You're just in time. Defu's being completely unreasonable.
What happened?
I'm not being unreasonable, Captain. I got Chongping to help me plow my land because it's the busy season. And then, what do you know? He plows up a treasure chest. The way I see it, it's my land. So the treasure belongs to me, right? I think it's a pretty clear-cut case.
And you're absolutely right. The treasure's yours. It's your land. So
You
let's
say that, Defu,
get this
but what you're forgetting is that I came to help you plow
over
your
and done
fields
with.
out of the goodness of my heart, and you haven't paid me a single mora.
That's your own
It was
fault.
also my plowing that turned up this chest. However you cut it, surely I'm entitled to at least some of the treasure.
Hey, you can have some. Just not the whole thing.
The domestic drama just keeps coming today. What are your thoughts?
I know legal Yanfei. I know legal. That's why I think she's better at this kind of stuff. I don't have your cloud. You should be the one making the call. Honestly, just bring
I think I'm
Yanfei.
up to speed here. If you two really want to take this further, I can get a legal expert from Liyue Harbor to adjudicate. As for the costs, I'll cover them. What do you think? Neither of you seems thrilled about this course of action. Okay, so plan B. I'll be straight with you. The reason I came here today was to look for some treasure. Chances are it's hiding right there in the chest you're both fighting over. So, how about you two stop fighting over it and do me a favor by handing it to me? Of course, I'll be indebted to both of you. If either of you ever needs anything in the future, the Crux will not hesitate to lend you our support.
Captain, you're far too kind, really. Indebted? That won't be necessary. If you want this chest, you go ahead and take it.
Yep, totally agree. If only I'd known you were looking for this chest. You should have said something. I would have delivered it to you personally to save you the trip.
It seems like it's been quite a busy day for you, helping us settle all our little quarrels.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's go to the village. I'll rally the masses. We'll get some good food and good drink and have a good old get-together.
Don't worry about the chest.
Many goods.
I'll carry it over.
Many, jeez.
Today has been. Beidou has solved an awful lot of problems in our village.
Beidou. And Beidou alone.
She sure has. Without Captain Beidou, that compensation payment would have bankrupted me. Yeah, and if it weren't for Captain Beidou, I'd still be arguing with Pops Xing.
Here, here. We have plenty to thank Captain Beidou for, I'm sure. I propose a toast in her honor.
To Captain Beidou. Cheers.
Cheers.
I couldn't ask for more than the chance to get everyone together and drink to our heart's content. Cheers! Phew, that really hit the spot. Want to get some air? The view in this place is pretty good. We can take a look through the contents of that chest while we're at it. Chongping placed it by the water wheel. Are you kidding? Beidou can handle her liquor. Come on, let's go.
Oh, so you're just gonna take it. That's not where the treasure chest is. The treasure chest is right here. But hey, I mean, you know.
So, I've been thinking. Everyone seems to trust me enough to let me have the final word on their disputes.
Aether, what are you looking at? Aether, what are you looking at, buddy?
Don't you think some of my solutions can be a little stupid? You can laugh, I don't mind. Take Chongping and Dufu's wrangling over that chest, for instance. I had no clue who it should belong to, so I just came up with this stupid idea of taking it for myself. At least that way, neither of them would feel like it was unfair. But, I mean, I'm no Ningguang. I can't make a perfect deal every time.
Oh man.
And I'm no Yanfei either. Not all my judgment calls are going to be 100% fair and square. I am Beidou, and my strength is in trading favors.
So the captain of the Crux's hands out favors here all the time.
You think I should be more selective?
Not
Some
true.
people think their favors are so valuable that they need to plan out how and when to use them to maximize the return on their investment. They view the favor as a bargaining chip. Others see doing favors as a burden, not worth anything in monetary terms and prone to getting you locked in a cycle of constantly returning the favor back and forth. But the way I see it, favors are what keep people connected to one another. Over thousands of years, the people of Liyue have created bonds between each other by doing someone a favor here and asking for a favor there. This means that no individual is truly on their own out there. When someone falls down, there's an invisible net made of human connections, waiting to catch them and get them back on their feet. Over the years, I've come to owe favors to a great many people, and many other people have come to owe me one. These are the countless bonds between us, like so many fish in the sea. And they're the reason that the Crux and I have survived the countless hardships we faced. I believe that if there ever comes a day when the world is overrun by monsters, Liyue's legal system collapses and the land is thrust back into an age of war, it's these bonds that will see us all through the dark days ahead, until we come out on the other side.
The purge taught me that doesn't work. So the reason you asked for my help was fighting treasure, so that was that. So I favor.
I'm not saying that. But either way, we have a pretty firm bond between us already, don't you think? Was this wind brewed in a winery? It's making me lightheaded. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something we were literally just talking about.
I can either say I don't care about the chest, or I care about the chest. I care about the chest.
The chest! Oh, I got so immersed in our conversation that I forgot all about the main event. Come on, let's open it up and see what's inside.
Yep.
Oh, that's it? A whole lot of nothing? It's not exactly what I was looking for, but you know what? I don't care. The fun part was going on a treasure hunt with you. Come on, let's get back to the party. Tonight, we go big before we go home.
Beidou, you're so freaking cute, man. Look at that. Oh man, these are so damn cute.
Chief Mate Juza's breaking in the newcomers, but I think we can spare you the tedium of that. After this, the new crew members will be arranged into 2 teams for more specialized training, according to their own aptitudes and the needs of the fleet. One team will learn comprehensive survival skills, including maritime emergency rescue, marine meteorology, psychological counseling, and so on.
Jeez.
They will serve as the support team for the fleet, ensuring safe navigation. That's why we call them the Shield of the Crux.
I'm guessing the other team is the pet.
That's right. You catch on quick. As one might expect, we call the other team the Spear of the Crux, because they'll be learning about naval warfare. They'll make up the armed portion of our crew. Also, they're responsible for handling the fleet's cargo deals. So, what do you think? Which team is for you?
The spear, please.
You truly are an adventurer at heart. Let's start with the fundamentals for any armed crew member. Basic boat handling. Follow me.
I'm about to handle some boats, y'all. Beidou. This I met you for the Kazuo quest, wasn't it?
These are some older skirmish boats that we keep on the Alcor's backup.
Where do they go?
Although they've been made redundant by newer models now, they're still fully kitted out. The Alcor serves only 2 purposes: to deter or to destroy. We are an armed fleet with a strong sense of justice, not war-hungry lunatics. We're very careful about determining when to use force and exactly what level of force to use. All of this to say that mastering a small attack craft is quite enough for new crew members. Do you have any experience piloting small armed vessels?
Hell yeah.
You can do the jobs of a helmsman and a gunner simultaneously? Wow, that's quite an achievement. Even in the Crux, there are few who can do that. Seems like you're a natural. In that case, I'll skip the basics on how to operate your craft. The goal of this exercise is simple. Steer your skirmish boat along the prescribed route and return here within the time limit. You can start when you're ready. I'll be waiting here so I can observe your skills. Nicely done. Perfect timing on the turns. You kept your craft stable on the straightaway. It was like watching a well-rehearsed show.
I'd call that pretty routine.
All right. It's high time I introduced you to some of the more serious business that the Crux takes on. Come with me. You may be aware that as an armed fleet, the Crux is kind of like the maritime equivalent of a guard for hire. We work as an armed carrier, earning our keep by successfully delivering the goods entrusted to us from A to B. Aside from that, though, there is also one other important way we make income.
Bounties or remuneration?
It's trading.
In certain kinds of goods.
Oh, okay, Mrs. Grubber.
Hey, my hotshot accountant. Nice of you to join us.
Cut it out, boss. Juza sent me here with a message. He says preparations are now underway. If you give me the all clear, I'll head straight over.
Oh, her name is Mora Grubber. It's not Mor. I have a hardback. Mora Grubber. She's the she's the bookkeeper of the Alkior.
Be careful. Well, she has something to take care of.
Me.
Mora was right, though. The other important side to our business, the less official side, is doing exactly what merchants do. Importing here, exporting there. The only difference between us and regular merchants is that our transactions aren't entirely above board. You'll see what I mean by that shortly. I'm taking you to see one such transaction for yourself. Come on, let's go meet our trading partner for the day.
It's me.
Fresh seafood! Fresh seafood! Catch it while you can!
What do you have?
Hello there! Here at Nay's Professional Fishmongers, we've got everything you could ask for. So what do you need?
I want a bass head with all the teeth removed. If there's a single tooth in there, I don't want it.
Huh? You know bass have pharyngeal teeth, right? In the throat? How do you expect me to get all those out?
Then I'll have a bass trunk with 2 swim bladders. Again, if it's short by 1 swim bladder, it's not the bass I want.
You're not making this easy for me. 1 bass means 1 swim bladder. Afraid that's not up to me.
Okay, then I'll take a bass tail with scales that are yellow on the outside, black on the inside. Also, it's gotta have a total of 81 scales. That's 7 times 7, no more, no less.
What kind of fish scales are yellow outside and black inside? You sure this is a fish you're talking about? In any case, you can try all you want, but 7 times 7 is never gonna get you 81. Pardon my asking, but you're not a fish expert, are you? I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm afraid I don't have any of the things you're looking for.
You said we could have anything we wanted.
So are most of the people I serve. I can accommodate anything they ask for. Seems you two are amateurs. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to go someplace else.
Stupid.
Anywhere you'd recommend?
Button.
Like I said, Nay's Professional Fishmongers is for professionals. For amateurs, the place to go to would be Wise Amateur Fishmongers.
I bet you're wondering why that guy was saying he didn't have what he
Alright,
wanted.
rude.
That was just the first step in the transaction to confirm our identity. The real deal will come later.
Fresh seafood! Fresh seafood! Come take a look.
Is this Wise Amateur Fishmongers?
That's the one. We have all kinds of amateur stuff here. The more amateur, the more of it we got. What would you like?
We'd like a bass head.
No problem. Ours are all toothless, mind you.
And a bass trunk.
Oh, no problem. I'll stick an extra swim bladder in there for you. On the house.
And a tail.
Sure thing. I'll paint the scales yellow on the outside and black on the inside, so you can tell at a glance, this ain't no ordinary fishtail. If it's 7 times 7 you want, I can do you 81, 138, or even 648. It's up to you.
I don't know what's going
I like
on.
your style. We have a deal.
What is
Appreciate your
happening?
patronage. Please, take your order to our warehouse manager over there.
Are you two here to collect your order, huh, Beidou?
Yes, sir. We're here about that bass.
I didn't expect you to come in person, but we still need to follow procedure. The bass you want is not a standard specimen. Our fishermen need to wait for the right moment to catch it. You know the rules, I take it?
No.
Of course.
Okay, what rules?
Well, as you know, timing and location are everything when it comes to fishing. You have to wait till all the conditions are just right. That means the tide, the moon, and the wind. So, let me ask you this. When will the tide come in?
The fishing song will sound out at midnight.
How drunk will the moon be before the party's over?
It won't stop while the Star of Death shines.
I see, yes. Which way will the sea breeze be blowing?
The breeze should be bound for Guyon.
All right then, well received. I'll go and make arrangements.
Great. I think that wraps up everything we needed to do in Liyue Harbor. Let's head back and wait for the delivery. The 3 people we just met are our business partners. Nay's professional fishmongers and Y's amateur fishmongers are just cover names. The bass, obviously, is the code name for the goods. The numbers of teeth, swim bladders, and scales all represent different specifications. Meanwhile, the conversation I had with the warehouse keeper was the instructions for the deal itself. Let me translate it for you. Tonight at midnight, the deal will take place in Guyon Stone Forest. The Alcor will wait there as long as needed. As for what the actual goods are, well, you'll see tonight.
I have never felt more stupid than in my entire life than I feel at this moment. That was just...
It should be any second
wow. Oh, I understand.
Look, that's the signal.
Not very conspicuous. Hey, if those guys are still around, they would see it.
Tonight's real deal is officially done.
She does use the okay, so she does use the black clip slasher. I think is what the claim was called. She looks beautiful in this scene. Wow. Yes, please, I'm saving this.
Each sailor has their own strengths and weaknesses. I'm no rookie, of course, but you shouldn't underestimate the knowledge of the crew. If there's anything I'm most proud of in the fleet, it's my people. Go and get to work. I'll have some questions to test you later. I look forward to seeing how you do.
Oh no.
Traveler, I'm Yinxing, the
Got it
Crux's
right, kind of.
surgeon at sea.
Ooh.
Whenever a sailor has a health problem, they come to me. I deal with it all. From sea
I want to learn it from you.
I presume the captain arranged this, correct? All right then, let's begin.
Sorry about earlier, Traveler. We were so caught up on getting you to join the fleet that we didn't notice we were going... Oh! Well, in that case, you have come to the right person. I'm not just blowing smoke. You're looking at the most talented navigator in Liyue Harbor. I'll start by introducing some chart reading essentials for new sailors. Feel free to interrupt if you have any questions.
First of all, life on the sea isn't always plain sailing. Injuries, but what is the single biggest danger facing crew members?
Underestimating
Is that your
danger.
final answer? As you've just learned, the fleet plots its route using the supplementary chart has lots of lines in various colors for added reference. What is the purpose of these lines?
Current.
Okay, interesting. On longer voyages, we have to be especially careful to avoid certain... So, my question is, how...
Water season, but
Those are all my... Now then, let's see. Out of two
right.
correct answers, not bad. It seems that your survival know-how is now up to the standard required of qualified crew members. Time to move on. Next up, we have some Shield of the Crux
Everyone
recreational
can go back and call it a day. The photography session has been postponed.
Well
What's
then.
going on here, Juza?
Oh, Captain, there you are. Well, Captain, the photography teacher just sent word saying that she's fallen ill and doesn't want to risk coming in case she keels over in class.
I see. That's quite unfortunate. Oh? In that case, why not?
Yeah, it would be great if the Traveler...
It's up to you, Traveler. Great.
Hell
It's
yeah.
settled then.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, that's one, two... Oh yeah? What's that? Fair enough. So, who will it be? Me? well, we could do that, or...
Aw, she's
Guyon Stone
shy.
Forest looks extraordinary today. It'd be a pity to not capture the scenery for posterity. So how about we snap Guyon Stone Forest for today's class? Then there'd be no need for a model.
Come on, Captain. We talked about this. The photography class is supposed to be portrait photography. Have you forgotten? Scenery looks nice at first, but it gets boring after a while. I bet it'd keep the crew more entertained if we got them learning portrait photography so they could record moments in each other's daily lives.
Yes, Beidou.
Those were your exact words, Captain.
Were they now? Strange. I don't seem to remember anything about that. Well, then in that case, how about Huixing? I bet she's perfect for the camera. Or Fuzhong. Or Mora Grubber. Even little Yue.
Seriously, Captain? Little Yue? You're just trying to wriggle your way out of this.
You're actually pretty actually.
You are the captain after all. Of all of us, you're the best suited to being a model.
I agree. You were the one who invited the traveler to be the teacher, so you should cooperate, Captain. Besides, Captain, you've never had your photo taken. It's high time you got one. You know, a heroic and striking kind of picture. We can even use it to promote the fleet during recruitment.
Real funny, guys.
Trust your crew.
Well, if you say so. I'm not one to spoil the fun. So, what do I do now, Traveler? Like this? You're kidding, right? I've never had my photo taken before, but something this simple shouldn't be a challenge for me. It must be the lighting or something. You've got it wrong.
Aw, she's shy.
I never said that.
We can go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else, then bring the final photo back as teaching material?
Sounds good to me. That's a good idea, isn't it, guys?
The lighting may still be a problem, but I'm open to persuasion. If you have a suitable place in mind, I can consider it.
The bedroom.
Just to be clear, I won't necessarily agree. It depends on the place you have in mind.
You're gonna agree, Beidou.
The fishing village near Wangshu. How do you even know that place anyway? It's tiny. I don't think I've ever seen it on a single map.
I want to find some treasure there.
Treasure? There? I guess I missed out on that one. It just so happens that that little village is where I grew up. Now that you've mentioned it, it's given me the urge to go back and take a look around.
Let's
How about
go.
we take this opportunity to pay my old home a visit?
Yes. Yeah, Smile and Be Happy was a good choice for a village where she grew up.
It's certainly seen better days. It was never that impressive, but at least back in the day, it was a lively village and home to several families. I wonder how long these last few old houses will remain standing. Nothing as dramatic as you might think. A few small incidents occurred, and then people began to leave. Come on, let's take a walk around.
Another walk with Beidou.
People used to call this place Downriver because the villagers apparently moved here from a place called Upriver. With them, they brought their knowledge of fishing, which had been passed down from generation to generation.
Beidou. We
I learned a lot
talked
from
about
them when I was
this.
here. Now Upriver is long gone, and Downriver is all but deserted. It won't be long before no one even remembers what these places are called.
But you remember them, that's good enough, right? As long as the memory lives on in someone's heart.
Zhong.
And in my heart now.
Zhong. I barely remember this name. You're right.
Only because you were little.
I was only about 5 or 6 years old when I first arrived here. I was homeless and had to wander around the streets. I remember finally managing to find half a rice bun, but then a stray dog jumped out and snatched it away from me. Half a rice bun was not something I was willing to give up so easily at the time, so I chased it all the way to this neighborhood. Then a few fishermen saw us running and stopped me. They were kind enough to give me some food. Seeing me stop, the dog also stopped running. But straight away it keeled over and never got up again. Maybe it was too tired, or maybe it had starved to death. I went over and saw that the dog still had the half rice bun in its mouth. It didn't let go even at the very end. Poor thing. Had I known the dog was so weak, I would have let it take that half rice bun. I could tell they were wary of me at first. I was the dirty little kid who had just chased a dog to death over some scraps of food. But I got lucky. The village chief took pity on me and brought me to their home. That's how I ended up staying here.
Why'd you leave?
Do you know what the name Beidou means? Come on, I'll explain along the way.
Beidou.
About a year or two
That I
after
wouldn't be able
arrived,
to guess.
the village chief fell ill during the winter and passed away. During that same period, the harvest was getting worse and the fishermen's catch was getting smaller day by day. Without the village chief to handle the situation, people began blaming each other. There were even rumors that some families had been overfishing and leaving nothing for the rest of the village to catch. But in the end, they all turned on me, saying that they shouldn't have ever taken me in. They said I was bad luck. They pointed to how that dog died on the first day I arrived. Next thing you know, the village chief dies, and then all the fish die out. They said I was a living curse, and the downfall of the village was all my fault. I told them that I didn't understand. I'm not a curse, I'm just Beidou. Then some of the villagers started shouting, and drove me out of the village. They shouted, "Nando controls life. Beidou controls death. Beidou controls death." Before then, all I knew about my name was that it had something to do with the stars. It wasn't until then that I realized that Beidou was a constellation. And the Alcor, one of its stars, was an omen of death. Here we are. This is the old house of the village chief.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought you
I
back
bet he never
here.
expected that the little girl he took in would grow up to be seen as a curse that brought about the village's total destruction.
If you think I'm
What do you
cursed,
mean?
no. The animal Archon's gnosis was taken as I arrived in Mondstadt.
Is that all?
The Geo Archon's gnosis was taken after I
Let
arrived
me
in
guess.
Niue. You
We
got
got to
Inazuma.
Inazuma and the Electro Archon's gnosis was taken as well?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you seem to wreak havoc on a grander scale than I ever could. Oh, I get it. You're trying to convince me that I'm not cursed.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and I'll take it. Let's not forget that the people whose names stick around are the ones who emerge from the stormy seas unscathed. And the ones who get swept away in the wind are the fledgling birds who couldn't hack it.
There we go. Some motivation from
Never
Beidou.
encountered a storm I couldn't weather.
There we
But your
go.
journey's far from over, isn't it? Just remember, there's no telling what else you might encounter in this vast world. So if you ever find some idiot trying to brand you as a scapegoat just because you're the one who lived to tell the tale, tell them Captain Beidou demands to have the honor along with you. Remember, you'll always have the captain of the Crux to back you up wherever you go.
We're two goats looking out for each other.
Two cursed scapegoats banding together for survival. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, but at the same time, I kind of dig it. I'm lucky to have a friend like you.
Yay.
Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Right, teacher?
Thought you were in the
Come
mood.
on, let's not waste any time. Get it done while you can before I change my mind.
Aww.
So, do I need to strike a pose?
However
All
you
right.
prefer.
How about this?
Perfect. Perfect. And I'm saving that too. Beidou, come see, Beidou, come see.
So?
I did take it a
Is
photo.
it done yet? Please don't tell me that it looks weird.
It's
Show
perfect.
me.
But if you promise not to beat me up or anything if you don't
Sure,
like
whatever. Now give it here.
it. Aw, Beidou.
Yes. I see. All right. On behalf of the Crux, thank you very much for your photography class today. You've been an excellent teacher, and I couldn't be more satisfied.
We did
Now,
a good
as
job.
captain of the Crux, I am exercising my official right
Oh
to
no.
requisition this photograph for future promotion and recruitment purposes.
Yay.
So I'm afraid I'll be holding on to this. That's fine with you though, right?
Flirtatious. Would Beidou even... Let's try.
What? The nerve! What do you think this is?
Yeah, it's gonna end
I
it.
don't want to do this whole modeling thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, cut it out. No more pictures.
Oh no. You quickly sent out to shout before Beidou was fully prepared. Oh no. It's so cute. Beidou's little picture. I thought we agreed to strike a flirtatious pose. Sorry, you agreed with who again?
Adventure team, assemble!
Oh man, that was amazing. One of my favorites ever. Okay. Well, anyway guys, that's the end. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, and I will see you. Hold on, hold the phone. We get to collect all the rewards. 120 Primo Gems, 20 Primo Gems, 40 Primo Gems, 60 Primo Gems, and Goro's one, if you guys are up to it. So anyways, I'll see you. Oh, flash fried fillet. Anyway, goodbye guys. If you liked, please, if you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends. And if you're interested in the video, comment. What should we comment? Comment.
Toodaloo.
Flirtatious Beidou. If you made it to the end, comment Flirtatious Beidou. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.